after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0. He marches yards down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Judicials offense will get the ball for the first time. On the run, it's O'Neal. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. And the Judicials in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the option. He'll do it himself. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They think there's room to run to the right here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Judicials will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk-aversive, but it is good field position. They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to fire. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Caught close to the marker. It's Fry. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Give to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Throws for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Give to the fullback. Creates a little space. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. And the Judicials can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He'll toss it. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1. The Judicials line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Now this offense is back on the field. They'll give it to the back. Fighting off the defender. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Power football with the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Goes to the option. Breaks the tackle. Turning it on. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
And man, nobody home on defense. We've got to understand the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense blows an assignment and the quarterback takes advantage and makes the big play down the field.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Quarterback on the keeper. He's in for the score. Touchdown.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And here's the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They'll send the back in motion. Complete to the right. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's O'Neal. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. On the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play. And the Judicials will have it 1st and 10. Here comes the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's made. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Oh, better look out! Short gain on the play before he slides. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Took a shot as he threw. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete. The Judicials will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run play action. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Running to Green. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Now on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Right back to the well. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. This offense doing business in the red zone. He'll do it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Miami of Ohio is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UCLA. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Motion from the wideout. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Schwartz. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. He'll ride his man on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Now on the option. Now the toss. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. What a disappointment. No good. You're looking for anything, just something to go your way. Couldn't find it there. Still down by 24, guys. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Right on the money. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Finding an escape route. Breaks into the open. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Rides the back on the option, the give. Fights off a defender. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. On first down, here comes this offense. Caught behind the line. It's Fry. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. He'll keep it himself. Runs through the tackle.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him.
Looking for the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They took it 64 yards right down the field. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's O'Neal. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Finding open areas. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Judicials come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. He'll sneak it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game, 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They'll try the run. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Gets open down the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And first down for the offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's made. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his man, it's made. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Caught in the backfield. It's O'Neal. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. The Judicials will try to move the chains on 4th down. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll run the option. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This drive started about the time Walter Camp invented football, but the defense can finally get a stop on 3rd and long. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. RPO complete to open the drive. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The give to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Thrust that arm out. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The pull and throw off the RPO. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick release on the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. 1st and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Seems as if he has reservations for 6 every time he touches the ball.
What is that? That's 3 already, I think, for him in the first half. So great start. I'd keep feeding him, I think. He's doing okay.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Southern Miss is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 14 to Old Dominion. Sunbelt, Funbelt. And we'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the option. Now the pitch. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6. And the Judicials are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The snap sets up the throw. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Judicials will line up to punt it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Here comes the offense back onto the field. A quick pass to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's smooth. There he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And that's a first down.
To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Leaves it with the back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Quick catch on 3rd down. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. He wants to throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Floats it out in space. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Back to pass on 2nd down. Flips it out in the flat. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll go to the fullback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Judicials will hustle to the line. Motion from the back. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Slithers into space.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
The Judicials can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just ran him over. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Timeout, Judicials.
Off the play fake on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. So now it's second and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. And the Judicials will call on their punt team. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Judicials with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They want to run this quarterback. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Looking for space. It's O'Neal. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Sends it back in motion. He'll pitch it. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got it in the middle. It's O'Neal. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Judicials decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Leaves it with the running back. Plows through the defense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Trying play action. Gets it to the back. Makes his man miss. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing.
A shot toward the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Iowa State is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up by 17 over Iowa. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. The give to the back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Judicials will punt this one away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And this one will be touched and downed at the 25. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Cooks. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Quarterback on the keeper. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Wide out trying to get it in. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown. Lining up to add another.
For the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to take off.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the 1st down. Nice play.
For a 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the Judicials have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quarterback keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now on 3rd down after that run. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Judicials send out the punt unit. A low line drive and short kick. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Motion from the wideout. He'll keep it himself. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Line getting set on 2nd down. Got a little space. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Zings it complete to the right. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. And now they've moved into the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Fry. He's in for the touchdown. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. The give to the fullback.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
They're going to keep this drive going. You'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Lost one deep down the right side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. And the Judicials will send out the punt unit. A low line drive and not his best work. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Gives it on the option. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Quick completion to the right. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Wants to throw on 3rd. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
The punt team makes its way onto the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll run the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. That's caught. It's made. Powers through. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
The option look. He'll pull it on the read. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Judicials with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Judicials line up trying to move the sticks up third and short. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. On the option. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Goes to the option. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Matthews. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on! Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Judicials come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Matthews. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They're going back to the ground. And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Fires to the tight end. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And the Judicials didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now on the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Judicials.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
PAT unit on the field. Right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with a...
Breaks into the open. Past the 20. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. The Judicials in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd down.
Using his feet. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down.
And that's good enough for 1st down.
Give to the running back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. On the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Gets the back moving. Here comes the option. Quick toss. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Judicials will bring the punt team onto the field. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down coming. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Here's the handoff. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain, after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to the ground with the running back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. He'll set up to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Lowers those pads. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. He'll do it himself. Nice move there. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for
points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They took it 68 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. He'll ride his man on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Look out, he's got room. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. They'll power it inside with the fullback. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. The Judicials will punt it away on 4th down. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line.
2nd down coming up.
They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And some room to work. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They boot it away on 4th down. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Now on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Judicials have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drama. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. The Judicials line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This offense has it with really good field position. To the ground with the back. Makes it past the marker. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. With the clock running, this should be the final play. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.